Yo, what's going on, guys? It's KingTutsPro and welcome back to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. You guys seem to really enjoy these tutorials, these Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials, I should say, because you guys have been giving me a lot of positive feedback, and that means the whole entire world. So I decided to do another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial, and this one's going to be a little bit different, and I hope this one is very helpful for you guys, because when it comes to editing, you want to use a lot of shortcuts and to speed up your workflow and everything. So I'm going to be showing you guys my personal top 30 shortcuts to use in Final Cut Pro 10. Now, it may seem like a lot, but once you get these down, you guys will become pros at Final Cut Pro 10. So let me go ahead and show you guys the first shortcut. And the first shortcut is A on your keyboard. Okay, now I'm going to be listing all of the shortcuts on screen so you can see them visually. Or you could, of course, buy one of those keyboard covers that EditorsKeys provides. And if you guys haven't heard of EditorsKeys, EditorsKeys is an awesome company where they make lots of products for video editing, audio editing, and a whole bunch of other stuff, but mainly they make keyboard covers and keyboards specifically made for Final Cut Pro 10 to speed up your whole entire workflow. And me personally, I would totally use one of those, but right now I currently don't have one, but I will totally purchase one. And if you guys want to find out more about EditorsKeys and everything about them, I will leave a link in the description so you guys can check them out. The first shortcut is A. Now, if you push A, that will just give you the selection tool. Now, if you click this little button right here, this is going to show you all of the tools that you can use in Final Cut Pro 10. Of course, there is many other ones that you can use, but we have the selection tool or the select tool, and here are all the letters that are the shortcuts. So you want to memorize these in your head, okay? So T on the keyboard will bring up the trim tool. Now, the trim tool does exactly what it does. It trims videos just like this, okay? Now, the next tool is the position tool. By pressing P on your keyboard, this will allow you to select a clip and move them around your timeline. So maybe I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to move this in front of that one. That will allow you to do just that. The next one is the range selection tool. And if you push R, this will allow you to select select a certain part of a video. So if you click and drag, maybe you want this little part right here, you can do that as well. And the next one we have is the blade tool. So if you push B on your keyboard, this will allow you to select the blade tool, and this will cut certain parts of a video, just like in Adobe Premiere Pro, where it's, I believe, the cut tool or the scissor tool. I'm not too familiar with it, but it's similar to that. But let's say, because we already have this selected, I'm gonna click here, and maybe right here would be good. And I made those edits right there. The next tool we have is the zoom tool. Now, if you push Z on your keyboard, this will give you this little plus magnifying little icon. So if you click, this will allow you to zoom in wherever you are in the timeline with this little red cursor. Now, the next tool we have is the hand. By the way, if you want to zoom out, use the Alt or Option key, and you can just click, and this will allow you to zoom out of the timeline. The next shortcut we have is the hand tool or the move tool, kind of. So if you push H on your keyboard, this will allow you to bring the hand tool, and this is where you can just freely move around without selecting any of your clips. And this comes really in handy when you accidentally use the move tool and you want to move around. You're going to be selecting clips, so you don't want to do that. So memorize H for the hand tool. So the next shortcuts we have is the select all. So if you push Command A, this will select everything in the timeline, and everything will be selected. Now, if you want to copy it, press Command and C, and this will allow you to copy everything that you have selected. Or maybe you just want to select one thing. Maybe you want to select just this video. You can press Command C to copy that selected clip. Maybe you want to paste it now, so you use the Command V option to paste it wherever you want it on the timeline. So maybe right here in this little cursor here, I want to paste my video there, so press Command V, and this will paste it right there. The next one we have is the transition tool. If you push, or first of all, you have to select a clip. So select the clip and press Command T, and this will add a transition to that clip. And this is by far one of the best shortcuts Final Cut Pro 10 has to offer, in my opinion. Now, the next shortcut we have is the inspector. Now, to bring up the inspector, press Command 4 to either hide it or to bring it up. and you could either just click it right here next to the share icon. Now the next option we have is to crop a video. So if you have a video selected, press Shift and C to allow you to crop the video. So now you can do whatever you want. Maybe you click on crop, or you can even do trim. You could do a Ken Burns effect if you wanted to, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe click done, and this will allow you to crop that video. Now, maybe you want to undo that, so press Command Z to undo, or maybe you did like that, you can just do Command Shift Z, and this will allow you to redo whatever you have done in Final Cut Pro 10. Now, the next option we have is the ability to delete or cut a video. So that is by pressing Command X will completely delete the video, or you can just push delete on your keyboard as well. The next shortcut we have is the ability to go and preview our video in full screen, okay? So in order to do that, all you have to do is press Command Shift F, and this will allow you to play the video in full screen. Now, to disable a clip, I forgot to tell you guys, press V on the keyboard, and this will completely disable the video for temporary. It's not gonna delete it, but it's still gonna be there, but it's just hidden, like locked in a way. So now if I wanted to play it back, all you have to do is, again, like I said, press Command Shift F, and this will go into full screen without playing the audio. So that's really nice. Now the next shortcut we have is the background task manager. So press Command 9 to bring that up. So let's say you're rendering a clip. This will be right here under the transcoding and analysis, as well as importing media management, rendering, sharing, and backup. So this can be different depending on what you're doing in Final Cut Pro 10. Now the next shortcut we have is the precision editor. So to bring up the precision editor, all you have to do is press Control E, and this will allow you to really get in there to really, change what you want to change. So right here, maybe there's a transition and you want to move it a little bit more to the left, so it kind of changes the starting point. You can do that as well. And to hide it, all you can do is click Close Precision Editor, or you can do the same shortcut we used is Control E to get rid of it or to hide it. Now the next shortcut we have is the marker. So maybe we want to start right here with this one where it ends, and I want to place a marker here. First of all, select the clip and then press M on the keyboard to add a marker, and it's going to look like this. Now to delete it, right click and go to delete. I believe that's the only option that it gives you. So the next shortcut we have is the render all option. So this is going to come in handy when you're doing different stuff. You're changing the offset and everything. You're going to have this little orange kind of glowing light above your video, which means it has to be rendered in order to play the video smooth. But let's go ahead and do something really quickly, and we're going to do Option, Shift, and R. And this will allow you to render the whole entire timeline. So everything you have in the timeline here will be rendered out, not just the clip. But if you want to render just the clip, press Option and R, and this will just render the selected clip or whatever is in that area. Now the next really nice feature, and this is one of the most important ones, is just like the zoom tool, we're going to be using the shortcut Command plus to zoom into our timeline, or Command minus to zoom out. Now, this is by far one of my favorite shortcuts in Final Cut Pro 10, and that is the ability to add a color correction without going onto the effects here and then typing in, color correction and dragging that. Instead of doing all of that, all you have to do is press Option and E, and this will automatically add a color correction to the video without having to go onto the effects browser. The next couple of shortcuts is the range selection. Now, what this option will do is by pressing I on your keyboard, this is where it's going to start. Wherever this line right here, this is where I want it to start. So maybe right here is where I want the video to begin. Press I for the range start, and then go a little bit to wherever you want it to end, and then press O for the range out or the range end. And this is where it's the selected area is what's going to be selected. You can do whatever you want to this. So that is the range start and the range end. Now the next one we have is the snapping tool. Now the snapping shortcut, I guess, is by pressing N on the keyboard. Now what snapping does is if you move a little bit close to an edge, it will snap to that corner or this little edge. If you push N again, it will just get rid of it, and you can see that it doesn't snap to the video right there. Now, the last and final little cool shortcut to Final Cut Pro 10 is the ability to fit everything into the timeline. So let's say we're really zoomed in here, we're editing, trying to get everything nice and good, but now we want to zoom out and we don't want to use this and kind of play around with it. If you push Shift Z, this will just fit everything into the timeline without you having to manually use the zoom tool. So instead of memorizing all of these, and it can be a pain sometimes, but it will speed up your workflow. Like I said, EditorsKeys.com provides a whole bunch of keyboards that you guys can purchase, as well as keyboard covers for your Mac. So that is really, really cool. And the best thing is you can just take it off whenever you want to. So I really suggest you guys check them out. I will leave a link in the description, like I said. And if you guys found this video helpful in any way, please leave a rating below, a like, that would be awesome. Comment down what you guys want to see next on my next video, and I will catch you guys next time. Until then, peace out, take care, and enjoy your day.